Hi there. In this lesson, we're going to be discussing the importance of working with Power Platform solutions. We'll cover why solutions are important. We'll look at what you can find inside a solution and some key solution features. And finally, we'll talk about how we'll be using them in the context of this Power Up course. Solutions are important because they're containers for our tables, apps, and other objects. On one level, they make it much easier for us to find the things that we've been working on, and they can be found inside our Power Platform environments. Solutions can be moved between environments, and when they are moved, the structure is included, but the data is excluded. And this is really important when we want to have development and development data in a development environment, and then move things through into a test environment with a different set of data, and finally into production where we have the production data and production users making use of it to run our organization. So what can you find inside a solution? Well, in the first instance, the objects inside your solution are arranged into categories. We can see them here: apps, cards, chatbots, choices, cloud flows, connection references, pages, sitemaps, tables, and web resources. And we can see the numbers of those objects in here. In this library solution, we can see there are 5 tables: author, book copies, books, contact, and loans. As well as that, we can see there are 3 cloud flows, and we'll be covering how to build and work with cloud flows during the Power Automate topic. In this particular solution, we have some web resources, and we use these to enable us to have icons associated with our tables. Connection references are used to specify the connection details and configuration settings so that we can use them in multiple environments. Apps, on the other hand, can be broken down into 2 categories: Canvas apps or model-driven apps. And we'll be building a model-driven app during this topic and a Canvas app during the next topic. Finally, pages are a type of Canvas app that can be embedded within a model-driven app. This isn't an exhaustive list of all the things that could be in a solution, but it's a very good starting point. So what are some key solution features? They exist within an environment, and in this course you'll have a development environment. They can be managed or unmanaged. A managed solution is one that we don't really want to change from the one that we find in development. An unmanaged solution is one that we'd find in our development environment, and you'll be working with one of those. Solutions are all about enabling us to control the application lifecycle management so they can be imported and exported. Solutions have versions, and finally, solutions have a publisher. For our purposes, a publisher helps us to understand who made the solution, and it also changes the names of some of the objects that we introduce into our solution. There are 2 solutions relevant to this course. Firstly, the maintenance app, and this is a solution that we'll be building from scratch. And the intention of this solution is it enables us to log maintenance issues associated with matters within our school. And the school library solution allows us to maintain our library and the loans made to our students. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video on working with Power Platform solutions, and I'll see you in the next one.